Oh, not a walkie-talkie day. I don't know. I mean, look, hang on, let me turn the phone around. It has actually stopped raining just briefly, but you can see it's incredibly damp. And it's very windy too. So I was almost tempted to cancel the live. And I think, oh no, but you know, rain days are part of it really, aren't they? I don't think we can do like, I know it's amazing, isn't it, Kirsty? I don't think we can do our normal walk around because some of you may know that my phone has an amazingly cracked screen, and it's only when it's a wet day like this I think, oh yeah, I must do something about that. It's still beautiful, I know, and that's what I love about being here. It's so like it doesn't matter what the weather's like, even when the weather isn't the nicest, it's beautiful. I mean, that is beautiful. You can hear the magpies. Clearly we're not going to be, I can't even sit here on my chair out the front because it's absolutely drenched. There's the magpies over there are having a bit of a fight. Yeah, yes, Thomas Kincaid. I have heard of Thomas Kincaid. I'm not entirely sure why I've heard of Thomas Kincaid, but I have. So that's what we're looking at. It's going to be a little bit difficult because even standing here on the veranda, I can feel the wet hitting my face. So it's going to be a bit of a different live today, not our usual type. Hello, Sarah. How are you today? Sarah is a collector of movies. Hello, Michelle. Welcome in. Our walk and talk has been rained out. So today we're winging it. We're still doing a live, clearly, because I'm here. But it's going to be a little bit different. Hello, Shaz. Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in, welcome in. Did you move to London? Yeah, it feels a bit like that. But I mean, look, that is one of the reasons why I live up here too. You know, with my Pommy ancestry, I do prefer the, I don't know, I suppose the Scottish weather conditions, or the English weather conditions. And up here in the Alpine region, it is very much like that. You know, we get the mist, we get the fog, we get the snow. And yeah. Hello, Brian. Welcome in, my friend. We're winging it a little bit. You've got Scottish too. Woohoo, Amanda. Yay. So let me turn you around. So here I am. I don't know how bad the wind is. It's probably quite bad. So yeah, we're going to wing it a little bit today. I figure we can probably still go and do the chickens because it's undercover. But really, the rest of it is going to just sort of, we're going to make it up as we go along. I do have, of course, the fires going inside. I thought once we'd done the chickens that we could either just stand here on the veranda for a little while, look at this sensational view, and then once we've done that, we could go inside. And I thought I might actually read you one of my stories that I do. I mean, it wouldn't go for long. It's not sort of a super long story, but it's a story. We're just winging it. That's exactly right, Brian. We are. Michelle says, I got some sugar-free cupcakes. Oh, wow. For your mama bear. Oh, wow. Thank you, Michelle. My mum would very much appreciate that, as I'm sure you did as well. Oh, I love the sound of a story, says Kirsty. Excellent. Well, that's what we'll do then. I've got to be very careful. I was actually going to set up in the woodshed. I thought I'll put a little chair in the woodshed. You see, I've got my trusty umbrella so we can do some things. But I was going to set up in the woodshed and start the live off in there and just sit there for a while. But, you know, I was running a bit late because I hadn't planned to do a live in the house. And so, you know, I had to sort of run around and sort of tidy up at least a little bit. There's the garden. Still looking a little bit autumnal. Hello, Joy. Welcome in, my friend. It does look like a winter day. It does. We've still got a few leaves hanging on. But let me see. It's very hard doing a live when you've got... Hang on. Let me see if I can actually open my umbrella up with one hand. This will be tricky. This will be tricky. Oh, no. Come on. It doesn't want to go. It doesn't want to go. All right, I'm going to have to... Ah! All right, we've got the umbrella open. So we can do a little bit of a walk. See, the camellias are all coming out into flower. And even the little heath down there, getting some red flowers on it. I do hope the umbrella isn't going to blow inside out. Now, let us walk. Let us walk. Did a little bit of weeding last week. You can see the fountain's full. I put a little cover over the lemon cypress just to make sure the deer and things don't... I just realized something. Go back, go back. Oh no, I haven't hit the data roaming. We're not going to go feed the chickens because, yeah, I'm not that talented with my phone. Oh yes, okay, I'm so sorry. Oh man. I'm so sorry. Yes, you were buffering. I know, I thought I had the data roaming on. I haven't done it. And I'm not entirely sure, like, if I try and do it, I mightn't be able to get the live back. So we're stuck on the veranda and inside. Silly me. I've had a lot to think about this morning. With the rain. With the rain. There's the rain. So, I guess we're just going to... Don't be sorry. We're here for you, good and bad. Michelle said I just subscribed to Brian. Oh, thank you, Michelle. You will love Brian's channel. And he cooks some pretty mean scallops. This is the first time I saw you with any issues. You're human, Susan. Oh, Amanda, clearly you just haven't been back far enough in my live stream career. I think the first 2 or 3 times I ever did a live, I forgot to click on the data roaming. And you've seen what happens when I start doing things. I start pressing buttons. So we've got 16 in the house and we've got 8 thumbs up. Ooh, 9 thumbs up. We've got 9. We've got 9. Now let me see. I'm going to be very busy with a lot of videos, says Michelle. Yes, indeed. BJ's Misadventures. Hello from Canada. Hello there. How are you, my friend? Hello, Trophy. Are you looking at a view like this out your window as well? Hit that like, guys, says Brian. Yes, please consider. It does help. And you know something, not that it's, I mean, it doesn't matter if it doesn't happen today or it doesn't even happen this week, but if this had been a normal live where I can go and go and go for like 2.5 hours and wander all over the property, and we go look at cows and we go look at chickens and all that sort of thing, I might actually have got my 3,000 watch hours today. I'm getting very close, very close. But you know, it'll happen when it happens. I'm not overly fast. It will get there. Everyone's saying hi to Trophy. And Brian's saying for sure, Amanda, stuff is crazy. How's the little goat, Amanda? It was a little boy, wasn't it? A little billy goat. Trophy saying hello to everyone else. Have you got mist, Trophy? Mist and rain. How much rain have you had, Trophy? I'm coming up to almost 60 mil of rain so far. Too many to type. There's a few of us here. There's a few of us here. Oh, I wish I could put my phone into data roaming. I can't believe I did that. How silly am I? How silly am I? And I've got all my wet weather gear too. Oh no! Really? I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, that's sad. The little baby billy goat. It does happen though. What's the saying? If you've got live ones, I better not say the D word on here just in case. I don't want to upset the algorithm. But yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, I suppose, what should we do? What should we do? Let me go over here and find a chair that isn't wet. I can sit myself down on it and we can talk. What do you reckon? Oh, no, that's terrible. Sad. Oh, all right. What are we looking at? We are looking at some bellows. Let me turn you around, and that way I can see you all and we can sit and have a chat. Now, I don't have a table to rest you on. Okay, there we go. We are here. We are here. I don't think I've got the chair in quite the right spot. Move the chair that way a bit more. All right, and then I can sit down. And then we can have a chat. Oh, here we go. It is wet today, folks. Now, Trophy, you probably answered my question, but how much rain did you get so far? Up to 37.2 mil since Sunday. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yesterday we got 16.8 mil. Yesterday being Monday. Got to think about that now. Yesterday being Monday. Sunday we got about 8 mil. So far today we have had, oh, we're approaching 30 mil now. So yeah, we've had a fair bit, and it's not meant to stop really. Like, it's supposed to just keep raining and raining and raining and raining through to about midday Saturday, so I believe. And yesterday afternoon, I tell you folks, the rain was so loud. It was so loud. Had a heap overnight and the wind was crazy, wasn't it? It really was. All the cats were hiding under the bed. They were scared because the rain was so loud on the roof. And then, of course, you had the wind blowing as well. And you can see, you know, the wind's blowing the blinds. It's quite windy. Actually, is it too windy for you guys sitting out here? We can always go in if you like. That is an option, especially now since I realise that I can't go for a wander. Howdy HPC. Hello High Plains. I think you missed it before, but did you hear us honking you on Sunday Arvo about 3 p.m? Is that what that was? Yes, I'm sure I did, Trophy. I'm sure I did. Hello Steve, how are you, my love? We've been rained out. We have been rained out. It has been pouring and pouring. So it's a little bit of a different wander today. Well, in fact, it's not a wander. It's a walk around the veranda. Brun, hello, Brun. It's a cold day here in South Australia. Yeah, it is here too. Let me take you and I'll show you. Like, have you got rain? Oh dear. Look, the mist is cleared for the moment. A few minutes ago, you couldn't see all those trees. It was all white. And, you know, give it another 5 minutes, it'll be all white again. And that's what's so great about being up here, you know, like it's always changing. Now it's green, in 5 minutes it'll be white, in a couple of hours it could be snowing, then it's clear again, then the sun will come out. Always something different. Now, is it too windy for you all? Are you able to hear me all right? Should we go inside? Is basically the question that I'm asking you. Because we can go inside for a little bit. You've had 15 mil of rain overnight. The tanks are full and the water in the creek as well. Wow, that is good. That is really good. I'm so thrilled. That's good. All right, let's sit down inside then. We can hear you, says Brian. Nothing better than full tanks. Absolutely. What time is it there? Well, here in the Alpine region, yeah, because I didn't say my normal hello this morning, did I? So in the Alpine region of Victoria, Australia, it is probably about 9:45 Tuesday morning. Oh, it's 7:50 Perth. Perth is on the other side of Australia. Oh, listen to that wind and rain. Alrighty. Yep, look, I think that's a sign. Let's go in for a little bit, shall we? We can always pop back to the veranda. I put all my wet weather gear on too. Oh. Right. Here we are. Hang on, I'll turn you around. No, I won't turn you around. Alrighty. Oh, hello, Fudge. All right, meow. Yes. Meow, meow, meow. And then I'll take my muddy boots off. Well, they're not too muddy, really, but they are wet. So take that one off. Try not to fall through the door as I do it. There we go. Plop. We've got the second one off. And we're inside. We're inside. Oh, meow. It's not time to feed you yet, Fudge. You can see there's Kevin the rooster in the background. And then, what are we looking at? Gosh, okay. Let me Turn you around. All right, there's the wood stove. The wood stove at least is happy today. Got the little twinkly lights up there. Big ass storm. Oh, really? Hang on, let me just check that again. What did you say there? You've got bread dough rising this morning. Oh, yummy. The rain is loud here too, says Brian. We have a metal roof. Yes. Yes, yes. We also have a metal roof, so it does make it very loud. And Steve says you got a big ass storm. Just missing us to the south. I'm glad it's missing you, Steve. It looks so pretty with the lights around it. Thank you. Yeah, they're little snowflakes and red lights. They went up one Christmas, but then we thought, you know, I actually really like red and I really like snowflakes. So I thought I'd keep them here, keep them there. There's one of the many lamps. So you're going to get to see all sorts of weird and wonderful things today because we can't go outside. There's my sourdough starter. I call it Leonardo because it's a dough. So it's Leonardo, the sourdough. But I do think I need to put this kettle on. Now, so how many of you who have put that over there, it's heavy. How many of you have a sourdough starter? And if you do, what do you call it? What do you call your sourdough starter? Do you call it Leonardo? There's all sorts of funny names that people make for their sourdoughs. And you have to feed it every day. So, you know, it's like having a pet in a way. Fudge. Fudge. Stop it. Oh, geez. Fudge is running into things. You love the name. How does a starter work and how do you keep it alive and feed it? Okay. So, with the sourdough starter, actually, I'll do a video on it. It might be easier. Hart says I have two, John and Jane Doe. Oh, wow. Do you watch crime programs as well? Honestly, Kirsty, we have so much in common. We both watch the paranormal stuff. We both watch the crime things too, and the cold cases. Anyway, I digress. What you do with your sourdough starter trophy is that you have to feed it. You get a second jar, or at least I get a second jar, an empty jar, exactly like this one. And then I'll take out, say, well, it's got to be equal amounts of what is in here and water, not cold water or boiling water. It's got to be room temperature water and flour. So if you put 20 grams, for instance, of this into a second jar, and then you would put in, say, 20 grams of water and 20 grams of flour. And then you'd stir it up, mix it up, you put a lid on it. The lid isn't tight, it's just resting there. And then you leave it for 24 hours. And over the course of 24 hours, your sourdough will start to get little bubbles, air bubbles like this, and it will start to rise. Now, it should almost double in size. So I fed this one last night. It hasn't fully doubled yet, but once it has doubled in size, then it is perfect to bake with. And then if you're baking your bread, you know, like when you make bread, you would put in dry yeast. A lot of people have dry yeast. Well, you wouldn't use the yeast because basically your sourdough is a yeast culture. So you would use that instead. You can use that instead of yeast. But I use it for my sourdough breads when I make sourdough breads. Of course, when you feed your sourdough, Like if you were to take, say, a quarter of that out and put it in, decant it into a fresh jar to then feed your sourdough, you're going to have something left over, aren't you? And a lot of people think, oh, it's so wasteful. And that leftover is called discard. Now, I'm going to be doing a series of videos coming up because it's going to be winter and we won't be going outside as much, talking about sourdough and what you can do with the discard. You can do so many things with it. I make pancakes sometimes out of the discard, savory pancakes. You can put it, well, you can use it in all your baking, of course. You can put it out on like you can dehydrate it and put it, and then once it's dehydrated, you put it into little, you break it up basically, and you can put it into a jar. So if worst case scenario, you dropped your sourdough starter, at least you could reconstitute what you have dehydrated. So I think it's always a good idea to have some dehydrated sourdough starter for emergencies or to give to people. But yeah, there's so much you can do with your discard. You can use it in so much cooking and baking and pancakes and scones and cakes and all sorts. The other thing you can do, like I've watered it down and put it in my compost bin, you know. I mean, compost loves sourdough discard, as long as you're not putting in too much. The chickens love the sourdough discard. So there's a whole myriad of things that you can do with your sourdough discard. So coming up over the next 2 or 3 months, I'm going to try and do a small series of things you can do with your sourdough discard. So let me turn you around for a moment. Woo! We'll go there. Honestly, this is going to be so confusing to me. It feels just like a Saturday, because this is like a Saturday, isn't it? Here I am, I had my dryzer bone on and all ready to go. You're making churned butter today too. Oh, nice. How do you make your churned butter, Brun? Do you, I mean, you can do it in a mixer, an electric stand mixer. And I also have like a good old-fashioned jar with a handle. Takes a long time to do and it keeps you fit. Sweet dreams, everyone. Oh, you're going, Michelle? Well, look, thank you so much for being here. It's much appreciated. And yes, we're going to have a bit of a different day today. We're going to make a cup of coffee and yeah, we're just going to sit and chat, and I'll read a couple of stories maybe, and we'll just wing it. We'll wing it. We'll see how we get on. Listen to that kettle. I hope you sleep well, Michelle. But for now, it's coffee time. All right, let's do this. I do like your names for your sourdough, Kirsty. I think John and Jane Doe are good names. Can you hear the rain? Hear the rain on the roof? It's incredible. Now, you know, I normally have my coffee black. Don't think I will today. If I can get the lid off it. There we go. Plop, 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 plop. Gonna have some cream. Everyone happy there? I've got 11 here keeping me company this morning. All right. Oh, we've got some more people here in the house. Hey, Coffee Mama. Hello, my love. It's pouring with rain outside. Absolutely pouring. Coffee Mama's saying hello to everyone. Welcome in, my friend. It's good to see you. We're sort of winging it a little bit today because of the rain. So yeah, we did go outside and have a look. Let me take you to the window and let you see. Meow. Hang on, let me. Oh no, you're right. Okay. All right, let me turn the phone around so you can see. We were out there earlier, but it's very windy. So you see that's my window there. So if I walk back and try not to trip on anything, that is my view out the window. It's a lovely view, don't you think? So didn't I say it wouldn't take long and it would all start to disappear again? You see all the saucers are filling with water. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. It'll be covered with snow soon. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, look, yesterday was so cold. I did have the log burner going as well as the stove. And I think when I got up yesterday morning, winter is best. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. I agree with you, Steve. When I got up yesterday morning, it was 2 degrees here, Trophy. Oh, have I got my... Let me just see. There's something there I missed in the chat. Covered with snow. Winter is best. No snow for Bulla today. Just check the snow cams and it's all grass and rain. No. South Australia is quite hot compared to here. And see, look, all the mist is disappearing again. It is constantly changing. 2.9 here at 6 a.m. yesterday. Yeah. And I think all day I kept watching the temperature gauge. The temperature gauge, yeah. And I think the warmest we got to was 3.9. So I sort of thought, oh, look, it might rain. It might snow rather, but yeah, no, it didn't. Not yet. As long as it's set up for it, winter has its beautiful, peaceful side. It does indeed. And you know, Joy, yesterday I was writing. I send my articles off to the Mansfield Courier every second week, and I'm going to be sending it off this afternoon. And so I was writing and tweaking an article that I had written, and that is exactly what the next article that will come out in the Mansfield Courier will be about, is about the cozy side of winter. We didn't set my old parents up with 3.5 tonne of firewood so they'll stay. Oh, you did. You set them up with 3.5 tonne. That is incredible. They will be so grateful. Kirsty says I use, oh, hello, Fudge. Fudge is trying to eat my socks. Strong bread flour and keep it at room temperature. But if I put it in the fridge, if I won't be using it, and that keeps it dormant. That's right, you can. You can keep it in the fridge. When it's cooler, it stays dormant. This is the sourdough starters we're talking about for anyone who's just popped in. Hello, Maria, my friend. And then if you want to use it, you take it out the day before. How are you, Maria? Hello, Raj. Thank you very much. Like number 20, says Raj. I saw you on a live yesterday, or yesterday my time at least. Yes. I was running it. It was on my television, but I had other things going on as well. I was doing a lot of writing, but I did see that you were on a live, and I gave it a thumbs up. But no, I'm well, but we're rained out today. It's we can't do our usual walk around. So we're having a little bit of an indoor thing. And scroll past the bookcases. There's the other fire going. And there's Truffle. Hello, darling. Oh, she's scared of the wind, poor thing. Hello, Nicholas. Welcome in, my friend. We've been rained out. How are you? 63 degrees in Connecticut, going down to 43 degrees Fahrenheit tonight. Quality fire. Yes, it's a Nectar. Nectar is the brand. And it's just sort of ticking away there nicely. So, and I've got a bucket of kindling there and another bucket of sticks there. I always have a bucket, 2 buckets of sticks with each fire. So there's 2 here. And then on the other side, round here, if you ignore all the mess, you see these ones are running out. There's a bucket of sticks there as well. Newspaper that Kevin brings up and more sticks. And those sticks are just collected from the trees outside in the paddock. And that's what I use to start my fires if I need to. Hello, Chris. How are you? Welcome in. We have been rained out. We have indeed. So we're having a little bit of an indoor day. 9 degrees in Turak, is it? Well, let us see. It is, oh, it's not too bad. It is 6.1 here at the moment. All right, Fudge got the washing hanging there. We are going to sit down, aren't we? Fudge, you need to get off. Woo! Get to see all the mess that you don't normally get to see. Fudge. No, Fudge isn't going to move. All right, hang on a moment. Hang on a moment. I am going to have to move a cat. Hello, Ken. Welcome in, my friend. How are you? It's so good to see you. We've been rained out, so we're going to have a little bit of an indoor day. But the first thing I need to do is move one of the cats, because where I want to sit is, well, I need to set the camera up, and there's a cat sitting on the box that I've set up for the camera. So give me a moment. Chat amongst yourselves. Hello, Fudge. Hello, hello. All right. She wants to sit on my box. All right, I'm coming back. And then the next thing I'll do is have a sip of coffee. Hello, we've got 18 here. That's fantastic. Who's come in while I got rid of the cat? Let me just catch up. Maria says, I've been through it with my dad and now my mum, but Susan's mum's book made me want to do the same thing. I think it's a really great idea, you know, Maria. Because, oh, hello, D-Man. Welcome in, my friend. Something a little bit different for a Tuesday because it's pouring with rain. And we did go out on the veranda briefly. But it's just too wet. It's just too wet. So we've come in for a little bit. And we're going to sit and chat in here, and then we're going to go and sit in the lounge by the other fire. But yes, with my mum. So what day is it today? Tuesday. So yes, I did an extra live on Sunday. So Saturday is when I normally do an indoor live. Every Saturday or Friday night, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, I do a live here in this kitchen. And quite often we'll be making soups or cakes and things like that. And this past weekend would have been my mother's birthday. And now she died when I was a teenager. And so Saturday, on Saturday's live, we made these cupcakes using my mum's recipe from a book of hers, and it was from 1952, this book. So we made these cupcakes. And then on Sunday, I did an extra live, which I don't normally do. I've never done a Sunday live because we had to decorate the cupcakes, but also it was, in fact, the actual day of my mum's birthday. So we did these cupcakes. Look, they didn't look the greatest, but that wasn't the point. Like, I'm not a cooking channel. I know I potter around here in the kitchen because we're a homestead and that's what we do, but I'm not a cooking channel. Now, these cupcakes were far from perfect in appearance, but the taste was just, it took me right back to my childhood. And I thought it was a lovely way to remember my mum. But also, when my mum knew that she was dying, she bought this little book and she wrote in it all the stories that she used to tell me. So any of you that have children or even nephews or nieces, neighbours' children, things like that, there's probably been times when you've sat down and you've said, oh, when I was a kid, we did this, or I remember when I did this with my brother, or I remember when I did this with my mum. And so I had all these stories in my head that my mother used to tell me when I was a child. And so when my mum knew that she was going to be moving on, she started to write all the stories down. And I think there was only like 2 or 3 that she never got to actually put pen to paper. But it's just so wonderful to have those there. I was, as a teenager, I mean, it was a lot to deal with as someone so young. My father had already passed by that stage. So it was just sort of me and my mum left, and sort of, it was a lot to take on. It was a heavy time in my life, and I was so worried that I was going to forget my mum and forget the stories that she told me. So as I've sort of gone through in my life, it's just so great to have them. But I have also tried to encourage other people that I know to write their stories down. It doesn't have to be anything special, and it can even be in point form, you know. And I do wonder whether that's part of the reason why I love writing so much and documenting my various stories here on the farm. You know, the ones I put up on Buy Me a Coffee, and the ones I write and put into the newspapers and things, you know. It's a great way to remember. And yeah, look, write your stories down, folks. Even if you don't think they're interesting, they don't have to be interesting. They're not stories that need to go into the history books. They're just stories that keep your memory alive and keep you alive, and the people that star in your stories, that star in your memories, it will keep them alive forever, you know. It's a wonderful thing, I think. Anyway, I'm sorry, I am raving. Oh, Ken says, I lost my mum 7 years ago. I'm sorry. Yeah. Brian says it's funny how smells and tastes bring us back home. It really is. Oh, thank you, Ken. Happy birthday to Susan's mum. Oh, Joy says I'll check out the Sunday live. I missed it. Oh, thank you, Joy. Kirsty says it's the taste that's important. Brian says I still need to watch that mum's live. Oh, thank you, thank you. Get the Range Rover, Maria. Oh, everyone's saying happy birthday to my mum for the 31st. Hello, Jason. Jason Okies Eden is here in the house. We've been stuck inside. We're stranded inside, Jason, because it's pouring with rain. How are you today? I suppose I should have a cupcake, shouldn't I? I know, there's still some left. Now. Oh, yes, indeed. There's still one left. In fact, there's 3 left now. There we go. Just a simple cupcake. My mum wouldn't have had the fancy paper cupcake things. I've suddenly forgotten what they're called. Anyway, you know what I mean. But yeah, just a butter cake with white glacé icing and a cherry on top. And these weren't my mum's like special occasion cakes. This was just it's a Friday, let's have cake. Or you've had a bad day at school, I'll make some cakes. Oh, your real name is Chris. Ken is my dad. Okay, Chris it is. I will remember that, says I, because I'm usually pretty good with names. All right, let's have a cake. Once I've had a cake, we're going to move to the other fire and we'll sit down and we'll have a read of something. We'll have a read of something. Maria says, I would have defrosted when I got it. The only thing is they're very sticky. Yeah, no, she was. My mother, Joy, was born in 1930. So 31st of May, 1930. And so during the war, she was evacuated to Doncaster in England. Oh, I'm exceptional with names. Well, thank you. Hey, Simple Happy Life. How are you, my friends? We're inside. We've been rained out. And I'm eating one of the cupcakes that I made for my mum for her birthday, which would have been on the weekend. And I'm having it with a cup of coffee. And we're just having a catch up. How are you, Simple Happy Life? Thank you so much, Kirsty. Kirsty is busy putting up everyone's links. There's a Doncaster here in town. Yes, there is. There is indeed, Nicholas. Grizzly Girl Games. Hello, hello. That's an awesome sweater. Well, thank you and welcome in. Normally, we're wandering around the farm. This time slot every week is a day that we walk around the farm and we go say hello to the cat. I always said pigs then. Cows and the sheep and the chickens, but it's raining. So we're pretending it's a Saturday because Saturdays are my indoor lives and we're inside. And we're doing the only thing that you can do when it's raining, and that's drink coffee and eat cake. Yes. My mother was an avid knitter. So the jumper I wore on Saturday's live was one that my mother had knitted for me. And that was another memory because I could remember going to the shops with her. We took a tram And we went to the shops, and we went to the shop where all the wool was sold. There was wool and zippers and buttons, and I picked out my own pattern for my mum to knit, and then I got to pick all the wool and the colours. So, and she knitted that for me when I was 14 years old, and I wore it on Saturday's live. And then when I did the live on Sunday, when we actually decorated these cakes, I wore another one that she had knitted, and that one didn't fit me quite as well. It's sort of a bit short in the waist, but that one she had actually knitted for her as a turtleneck. But then when I ended up getting the jumper, she removed the turtleneck because, you know, I was little and I didn't like the itchy around the neck. I still don't like the itchy around the neck. So yeah, but my mum, according to that little book of hers, her book of stories, she was saying that at the age of 7, she was knitting hats and gloves and like bodysuits for the babies, her siblings that were born after her, as well as looking after them. And I guess that was a common thing, you know, to the young children, or the oldest children would look after the younger ones. But I couldn't get over that. I mean, like, I knew my mum was a good knitter, and I've read the stories before. I've read them before, but I haven't been through the book in such a long time that I have forgotten a few of the details. But when I read or reread on Saturday that she was knitting gloves for her younger siblings at the age of 7, I can't knit gloves now. You know, she was knitting gloves and socks and beanies and jumpers and scarves. I mean, at 7, imagine that. Can you imagine that? Yes, Grizzly Girl, absolutely. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be talking with my mouth full. Percy says my nana's upbringing was like that. 11 siblings and they all contributed. Yeah. Oh, look, she was incredibly talented. Incredibly talented. You know, she did lots of pottery. I think I showed you there was like a little pottery bust that my mother had made of herself at pottery class. So she did pottery, but her real thing was knitting and painting. She did some beautiful paintings, but unfortunately most of them she gave away or sold. She used to enter them in art shows, and then of course they'd get sold. But there's one, I've been trying to track it down. Like, she did take photos of many of them, so I can remember them, but I'd love to get this one. If I could get it back, it would be awesome. Anyway, that's all right. We've all got to have a hobby. Oh, you're going, Grizzly Girl? Well, it was lovely to have you here. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good evening. Sleep well. And hopefully we'll get to see you all again, maybe. So yeah, but yeah, my mum's thing was baking and decorating cakes. She did her apprenticeship at a store, and I don't even know, do Schofield's still exist, Kirsty? Oh no, you're staying for the stories. Oh, thank you, love. Hello, Mike. Welcome in. Kirsty might know. My mum did her bakery apprenticeship at a department store, and she said it was a big department store, and it was called Schofield's, and it was in Leeds. So does that store still even exist? I mean, not necessarily the same store, but as a chain, like, is there a chain of department stores still called Schofield's? it was so big apparently, and there was a restaurant there. And when my mum started her apprenticeship at this store, they actually put her into the cafe, and she said that she had to spend 2 weeks learning how to fold napkins. Like 2 weeks dedicated to napkins, just to napkins. Can you believe it? And then once she'd done that, she then had to do 2 weeks on, gift wrapping. Yes. A two weeks she had to go to work every day and do gift wrapping as a class, from, you know, the time she got to work to the time she finished at the end of the day. So for the first month that you went to Schofield's, I think the first 2 weeks was actually gift wrapping, because there's a possibility that you would end up in a different department within the store. So you might have been in homewares, or in the shoe department, or in the clothing department. So everyone did their first 2 weeks learning how to gift wrap and do the bows. My God, the bows my mother used to make. Absolutely incredible. I mean, honestly, I don't have the time or the patience to do that, but she did some beautiful bows on presents. And so they did 2 weeks on gift wrapping, and then my mother found out that she was going to be going into the food area, so that was why she then had to do 2 weeks on napkin folding. Oh, Are You Being Served? I love that show. Yes, yes. With John Ingham. Was, I think that's how you say his name, Ingham. He was the main character, I suppose. That was a good show. Very English. Yeah, I loved that. I absolutely loved that. And in fact, my mother loved it too. And that would have been one of the reasons why she loved it so much, is because it probably was very indicative of her time at Schofield's. Oh, Schofield's is a department store. Hang on. Operated on the Hedgerow in Leeds from 1901 to 1996. For much of the 20th century, Schofield's was regarded as the pinnacle of shopping in Leeds. 1996. Oh, wow. You know, it's not that long ago, really. What a shame it doesn't exist anymore. No, not Harrods, Schofield's. What a shame it doesn't exist anymore. But Kirsty, thank you so much for looking that up. I have often wondered, but then I never seem to be in a position, like when I'm wondering, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, or I'm on a live or something like that, you know, and I think, oh yeah, I'll do that later. And then I don't. Oh, Miss Selfridges. I remember Miss Selfridges. Oh, Doctor Who. Oh my God, Chris. Yep. In fact, up in my top hay shed, and I don't know if anyone's ever spotted it, whenever I'm in the top hay shed, you will see there's the bottom half of a Dalek there. So I think the top half's all got destroyed now, but the bottom half is still there. And in the shed, and I'd forgotten all about it, I've got a K9, like a proper full-size K9. So what are the plans? Hang on. I'm coming. I'm on my way back. All right, so Chris, if you're still here. Oh, it's back to front, isn't it? But anyway, that's the front view of K9. There's all the switches. So I have a big K9 in the shed. He doesn't work. I need to get an electrician to like make him wag his tail and make his little nose thing come out and make the ears go. Cool, says Chris. Thank you for reminding me. I will not do it today, but maybe sometime we can go out and have a look at K9. I think you would like him. Oh, Joyce says, I watched the Selfridges series on PBS. Great show. Maria says, don't tease me, Nick. Nick, are you teasing Maria? Oh, you are. Nicholas says, Maria, I got your car keys. Naughty Nicholas. You need to give Maria back her car keys. I take it, Chris, that you are a Doctor Who fan as well. And, oh, hello, animal lover. Welcome in, my dear. Welcome in. Chris, I must ask you then, since you clearly, well, you know about Doctor Who, Blake 7. Did you watch Blake 7? That'll be testing the brain cells for some of you. Downton Abbey, says Nicholas. You're a fan of Downton Abbey. All right. Let me move my coffee cup and we'll head into the lounge. I'll just take it in there first and then I'll come back and I'll get you. But yes, Chris, Blake 7. BLAKES and the number 7. All right. Kitty, off you get. Come on. Off, 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 off. Oh. All right. Oh, you do know Blake 7. Oh, how exciting. I think you're the first person I've ever come across that actually knows what I'm talking about. All right, so where shall we sit? Where shall we sit? If I put you here, what are you looking at? You're looking at a chair, sort of looking at a chair. Okay, hang on a moment. We'll get this fire going. Again, I'll put in, oops, you're getting to look at my knees. I'll put in some more wood and then we'll get settled into this new spot. I'm so excited to actually meet someone that knows what I'm talking about when I say Blake 7. I grew up with Blake 7. I remember my parents watching it. And I think their ship was called the Liberator? Was it the Liberator? Okay, there we go. Put in another piece of wood. Get that out of the way. Put this here. Get off the duty gloves. Now, if I do that, Okay, what are we looking at? Not enough, although you can see the fire in the background. Okay. I'll show you what the outside's looking like now. Hey, is Matt here? Hello, Matt, if I missed you coming in. You love old British comedy, says Amanda. Yes, there's some wonderful shows. Although Blake 7 was a sci-fi. But then we used to watch Are You Being Served? And All Creatures Great and Small. Not that that was a comedy, but I kid you not, that show, All Creatures Great and Small, is really what inspired me as an adult to want to be on a homestead. Oh, Harry. Oh, Mrs. Bouquet. It's Bouquet, Nicholas. Get it right. Yes, Are You Being Served? And the one with Hyacinth Bouquet. Yes, The Last of the Summer Wine. That was a good one too, wasn't it? Gosh, I'm trying to remember. And To the Manor Born. Did anyone watch To the Manor Born? That was a great show. That was very funny. I used to love that. Gee whiz, we're really getting back into it here now, aren't we? Yes, says Nicholas. You watched that one? All right. Kitty, get off. Okay. Let's sit ourselves down there. Can you see the fire? Oh, yeah, I love The Manor Born. Now, what was the name of that actress? What was the name of the actress? I can't remember. And she played in The Manor Born. She played, I think it was Margot Featherington. Our old family dog, when she had an operation, had an Elizabethan collar, and we called her Edna Bouquet. Was it Prisoner? I remember Prisoner. Very Aussie show, that one. High Plains Campus says, I've got to go to bed. Early day tomorrow. Much love. Hey, thank you, Steve, so much for being here. Thank you. I hope you sleep well. Oh, let me get my coffee. I hope you sleep well. And sons and daughters, yes, and neighbours. Penelope Keith, that's right. That's right, it was Penelope Keith. Man, she was a good actress, wasn't she? Oh, Black Books, yes. I met the guy from Black Books. Oh, I can't remember his name. I met him at work once. Lovely man. Not the one with the black hair, the other man. Oh, Rowena Wallace, yes. Dylan Moran, no, the other one. The other one, Trophy. I should know his name. I went to help her. Well, you know, Prisoner, Nicholas, was filmed at the Teachers College. Bill Bailey, yes, Trophy, that's him. The Teachers College that was on Burwood, and still is, on Burwood Highway in Burwood in Melbourne. And that was actually where my mum went and for painting lessons and pottery class and all that. It was at the Teachers College. And quite often you would go there, like sometimes I'd go there with my mum and they had parts of it blocked off because they were filming. So that was where they filmed it. And it's still there. I think it's part of the university now. So there was a primary school there, and then there was the teachers' college was next door to the primary school, and then on the other side of the teachers' college was a high school. And so I believe all that area now is all part of Deakin University. Can you see the fire? So yes, yes. Just a bit of trivia for you. You probably knew it already though. Oh, you met Paul Darrow. Paul Darrow. Now he played Avon, didn't he, in Blake 7? Am I right? Oh, you did your honours degree there. Wow, trophy. Yeah, I didn't do much there. I just went there with my mum. But the gardens were beautiful. Like there were different blocks and they had these beautiful gardens. Was it Goodnight Sweetheart? Like the song? Good night, sweetheart. Da, 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 da. I've got that somewhere by Al Bowley. If climate change is real, the equator is in trouble. Yeah, for sure. I actually met Alexis at the gardens. I think I saw there that Chris said yes. Gee, so I was right. Avon from Blake 7 was Paul Darrow. I have a good, people say I've got a good memory for names. And yeah. Yeah. Hot as heck in Oklahoma. Alexis Carrington. Alexis Carrington. I must say, when I was very small, I actually had a crush on the man that played Avon in Blake 7. Now I look at him and I think, my goodness me, what was I thinking? But then, you know, I was like, I don't know, 7 or something. Howdy in Oklahoma, here in Prague. Blake. All right, let me put this down. It's still raining outside. I'm not seeing much. I think I've told you there are days when the, pardon me, the wooden fence out the front just disappears. Like you can turn the camera around and you could look out the window and you can't even see that little wooden fence. So it's an incredible thing when it all disappears. And when that happens, it really does remind me of something out of Doctor Who. But let me see. Oh, hello. We've got someone new here. Hello. Oh, Palmetto Paratrooper, welcome in. My goodness me, I haven't seen you in such a long time. Welcome in. We're doing something a little bit different today. Normally this would be the day that I do a farm walk and talk and we go talk to the cows and the sheep and the chickens, but it is raining so heavily outside that we're inside and we're doing something a little bit different for today. We're just sitting and chatting, and we've had a look at the wood stove and we've had a look at the sourdough starter. Sorry, I'm very intermittently online. No, that's quite all right. Thank you very much for being here. It's much appreciated. I hope you do enjoy your time here, even if it isn't sort of quite what we would normally be up to. But we're a nice little community and we just like to have all these incredible chats about TV shows and Blake 7 and sourdough and cows. I mean, really, there's nothing we can't talk about, is there? Really. But I was wondering, and I can't click on the link for some reason. We have bad weather coming in. Oh, that's no good. Let's press the like button, says Nicholas. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. We've got 28 likes, which isn't too bad. It's not too bad at all. But we're meant to be getting this bad weather for another, well, quite a few days. I think it's Saturday afternoon it's supposed to actually disappear. But yeah, I was wondering, well, actually two things. We're getting close to the 3K watch hours, says Trophy. Yes, yes. I think it'll happen this week, which would be very exciting. It's just another milestone, isn't it? If today had been like a normal Tuesday live, like my normal Tuesday lives, walking around outside, you know, everyone loves the animals. Everyone loves to see the animals, and my Tuesday lives are traditionally the most exciting one. Hey, Matt! Hello, my love. I did 2 hours, Susan. Oh, thank you, Nicholas. Oh, see you soon, Chris. Is Chris going? Bye, Chris. You take care, my love. Yeah, my Tuesday lives tend to do quite well because people love to come in and watch the animals eating, you know, and looking at the view and stuff. And today there's not really a lot of a view to look at, and it's pouring with rain, so we can't go outside. But I think it'll happen this week, and that'll be really exciting. Really exciting. You've got to love a milestone. But oh gosh, can you hear the rain? Can you hear the rain on the roof? So I was thinking, well, two things. As many of you know, I write articles for the paper, and I cut them out and put them here in my book. Of course, you're seeing it all backwards. These are some of my articles. And the first thing I was thinking was, if I was to do, and these are the articles when I post a link in my YouTube community page, like I did yesterday. Yesterday I uploaded the next article, the link to it, on my YouTube community page. Now I upload the articles on Buy Me a Coffee once they've already been into the newspaper, and that way people can go into Buy Me a Coffee, which is free, and they can read them and enjoy them. So I was thinking, if I was to start a little series, maybe, I don't know, every second Wednesday, I'm just sort of picking a day out of the air here, and actually read one of the stories out loud. And I think it would probably take like 4 to 5 minutes to read a story. But if I was to do that, say twice a month on a Wednesday, do you reckon that would be, would you be interested? Is it something you'd be interested in? It's just a nice way to get them out there. I mean, that was why I put them on to Buy Me a Coffee in the first place, is because I wanted people to enjoy them. You would be interested? Grizzly! You would be interested? Fine by me, Susan says. Joy. Kirsty said I would be. Okay. Well, that's good. All right, well, maybe I'll do that then. Like, I'll still put them on Buy Me a Coffee. Yeah, to read them aloud, yeah. Well, I mean, I've got some here. We could give it a go. I could read you a small one now. But the thing is, which one would I read? I've got one here called Farm Clearing Sales, community events where bargains and gossip go hand in hand. When did I do that one? That went to print in April of last year. Yes. Okay. All right. I'll read you this one because it's a shorter one. And you can see the picture there, some of the local letterboxes. And you see the High Country Homestead logo. So I write as Susan H. Shaw of High Country Homestead. That's what they print in the paper with the logo. So in that case, let me read one, and after I've read it, then you can give me a more honest critique on whether I should actually do it as a regular series. So the one we're going to read today is, yes, it's Farm Clearing Sales, community events where bargains and gossip go hand in hand. Okay. I had woken during the night, my mind buzzing with thoughts of farm clearing sales, farming expos, and autumn festivals. A full and exciting few days were on the horizon. Clearing sales, particularly local ones, are always an event. I got there 15 minutes after starting time, but despite this, cars were already leaving, no doubt en route to another sale. More cars were heading up the driveway, and at the top, another 20 or so vehicles were parked as their owners desperately picked through the amazing bargains to be had. I narrowly missed out on a bucket of new gripples that were only $10, but this only spurred me on to greater things. I managed to pick up an unopened packet of angle grinder discs and a whippersnipper cord. Now, whippersnipper is a brush cutter. A whippersnipper cord for $3 and a bag of Farmgate hinges. Farmgate hardware for $10 and a ladder, because you can never have too many ladders. But my crowning achievement was a very large ship's bell for future use as a doorbell. Because who doesn't need a massively heavy brass bell, the weight of which may very well bring down the very wall of the house that I want to put it on? Of course, you can't go to these events without meeting all your friends and neighbours. Within minutes, I'd bumped into the Joneses, who assured me that they were just looking as they clutched an armful of assorted chains and a dusty esky of unknown origin. Then there was old Bob, who peered into my bag and without missing a beat said, "Angle grinder discs, eh? What did you pay for those?" I told him, and he nodded sagely. He said, "I got a whole box for $5 last week." For once, I had the better deal. Satisfaction washed over me. Nearly every person I met said the exact same thing. They all said, "I really don't need this stuff. I should be having my own clearing sale." And yet, their keen eyes surveyed the offerings like a pirate sizing up a chest of gold. The irony was not lost on any of us. The real adventure, of course, is trying to fit everything into the car afterwards. A classic rural spectacle unfolded as people attempted various feats of physics and spatial reasoning. I watched one couple carefully maneuver an antique sideboard into the back of their ute. An audience had quickly gathered, some just observing, others offering unsolicited advice with the confidence of seasoned furniture removalists. After much grunting, shifting, and a brief argument as to whether or not it should be laid flat or upright, they managed to wedge it in. Victory was short-lived, however, as they soon realised that the tailgate wouldn't close. This led to a hasty trip back to the sale to purchase rope, because of course the one thing they hadn't bought yet was something to tie it down with. Another bloke was systematically repacking his station wagon like it was a game of Tetris, muttering something about just one more box. Meanwhile, I was faced with the reality of my ship spell, namely that it weighed about as much as a small cow and was now precariously wedged between a hay fork, a ladder, and my passenger seat. The drive home was spent reflecting on the day's finds, the thrill of the bargains well scored, and the joy of seeing familiar faces. We'll just let the clock do its thing. Okay, where were we? The thrill of bargains well scored and the joy of seeing familiar faces, and the sneaking suspicion that I might just have added to the "I'll find a use for that one day" pile. Because deep down, I think we all have a touch of the hunter and gatherer in us, and there's always room for just one more thing. So there you go. What did you think? That was the story that I wrote that went into the paper in April of last year. What did you think? What did you think? The clock adds to the atmosphere. Hey Brad, welcome in, my friend. So any thoughts? Wonderful, says Kirsty. Woohoo! So now that I have actually read you one, do you reckon that you'd want to hear the rest of them? Awesome! Grizzly says, I loved it. You have a voice for reading and it pulls you in. Yeah, everyone loves my voiceovers. Whenever I do my, hang on, let me just get a bit closer to this so I can see what the chat is saying. Oh, I have to do more, especially with the cozy fire in the background. Okay, we can do that. Do it, do it, do it, says Trophy. Katie, hello, Katie. I'm reading stories because we've been rained out. Nice, a local columnist is a special thing nowadays. It'd be even more special if they actually paid me for it, let me tell you. I really love your articles and even more with you reading them. Oh, thank you, Kirsty. Katie's Kitchen says, I love the wood stove. I used voiceover today for my sandwich song. I'm going to do more voiceovers. Yeah, I love doing voiceovers because I find, hang on, let me move so you can see the fire. I do find that when I'm doing a video, and like my actual videos, like I have my face here on the lives, I've never shown my face on a video, a long form video. And initially that was intentional, like I wasn't very comfortable being on the camera. And so I started doing these faceless YouTube videos. and they've sort of developed into something quite atmospheric in many ways. And I think I should keep to that formula. Not to say that I won't put my face on some of them going forward, but I've sort of, I think the people that watch my long form videos do like that sort of formula that I've developed with them. And now I've said that, I can't actually remember why I was saying that. See, my memory, where's it going? Where's it going? But yes, clearly I don't have an issue now, because here we are. It's summer for you, Amanda. Oh, we could see you naked gardening instead. Yes, that'll be fun, Amanda. Do it, do it, do it. It is it? It's the second day of winter here. Katie says, I need to fuel my memory with another cupcake. Yes, look, maybe I do, but I won't. There's 3 left, so we'll leave those for a bit later on. That would be a lot of nakedness, says Amanda. Well, yes, it would be. It would be. But that's okay. We'd cope. I'm sure we'd all cope. Pepper, please, behave. A cupcake and a hot tea. Yeah, for sure. Well, I've had a hot coffee. I had a hot coffee, but I think I've finished it now. Oh, let me have a look, let me have a look. It's probably not that hot anymore. Oh no, it's gone. All gone. I usually don't have that many coffees, if I'm honest. I usually have 1 coffee a day in the morning when I first get up. And then after that, I, oh, Amanda. Yeah, I know it well. What was I saying? Yes, I have 1 coffee in the morning, and after that I usually just drink water. But it's not really the type of day where I want to drink water, if I'm honest. But look, I'm glad you liked hearing the story. I might do that then. I might sort of do a whole heap of them by the fireside. And what I'll do is I'll film them at night time so we can have all the candles going and the mood lighting. And I was thinking about calling it the Homestead Chronicles, because Tuesday, which is today here in Australia, well, this live series, I suppose, is called Homestead Walk and Talk, because generally that's what we're doing. Every second Thursday we do In the Garden, because that's generally what we're doing. And Saturday is around the kitchen table. So if I do a little series, I can call it the Homestead Chronicles, and I'll put it up every second Wednesday. And I think that would be fun, and it would be nice to get them out there. There's this movie called, oh, what is it? I can't even remember who's in it. They're ice skaters, and they've both been banned from their, and these are famous actors too, like you'll know these people, I just can't think of the names, and they've both been banned from individual ice skating sports. So these 2 guys are teamed up because they're allowed to skate in the pairs. And I remember that one of them sung that line about the humps and the lady lumps, and in the movie. Matt says, wow, I'm on fire and I'm getting yes, Yes, not here. And I'm getting to things right. Yes. Yes, I bet it is hot over there. Let me show you what the outside looks like. It's still raining. I don't know if you can hear the rain. Oops, and I need to turn you around so you can actually see it too. There we go. That's what the outside world's looking like. And that tree in the paddock, it's still Blades of Glory. Yes, that's the one. God, I love that film. So funny. I think the very first time I watched that, and he was singing the song about, you know, the humps and the lady lumps, I laughed till I cried. In fact, I had to pause it because I couldn't breathe. I was just like, oh, nice. I would sit on that porch with a hot coffee or tea and a cupcake. Yeah, but I can't, Amanda. It's rained right up. So that little chair that I sit on. Oh, birdies. Oh, that was Katie who said that. Sorry. Yeah, Katie, the chair that I would normally sit on out the front is absolutely soaked. You can probably see, you know, it's rained right up to the edge of the house. So the chair is, yeah, soaked through. My humps, my lovely lady bumps. Yeah. Yeah, oh man, Blades of Glory is a great film. A really great film. Meow. There we go. There's Kitty. Little Truffle sitting there enjoying the warmth. She sang it. Yeah. But yeah, doesn't that look great? I think it looks great. Hey, Truffles. Kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Hello, darling. Oh, you needed the giggle? Well, thank you. Now, what are we looking at there? Let me turn you around. There we go. Oh, so sit you there. So you can see the fire. You've got to be able to see the fire. There's always a giggle in the chat. Well, of course. There's got to be a giggle in the chat. If I move the chair around a bit more, you might be able to see the cat too. There we go. Oh, well, my friends, thank you so much for listening to my story. I'm really glad that you enjoyed it. And I've really enjoyed talking. I mean, it's been a bit different, hasn't it? You stole my fire, says Matt. I did. I'm sorry. But look, you'll get it back. You will get it back. It'll be in a few months. I just need it for a little while, Matt, and then I'll give it straight back to you. Oh, Kitty's being elegant. You can't see her. Just be thankful. Mine is out, says Matt Lawton. I'm quite sure it is because it's quite hot over there, isn't it? It has been wonderful. I really enjoyed it, said Kirsty. If nothing goes wrong, we are doing a supermarket Saturday and Girl is going to be part of it. Don't know the topic. Stay tuned. Okay, that sounds good, Amanda. Nothing like a bit of a shop, especially for people like me that don't get to do it all that often, you know. So, yeah. I'll be there. I'll keep it. Will you schedule it, Amanda? Will you schedule the live? Oh, but yes, I suppose I will. Yeah, schedule it, Amanda. Kirsty says so as well. Okay, says Matt, I'll let you off. My God, Kitty. Oh, you're burning up. Honestly, you should feel her fur. Hello, baby. She's saying, no, I want the fire. Wow. I think I'll take, yeah, she's straight back to it. Let me turn it down a bit. It is getting a bit warm. Put my gloves on. There we go. Probably hear the flue crackling now as it cools down. Oh, tomorrow we're supposed to be, our puppy was supposed to be coming up tomorrow for a play date, but with the weather being what it is, I don't know if that's actually going to happen. And in fact, I think I'll ring the lady and tell her not to do it, because yeah, I think if the weather's anything like it is today, I think it's a day not to be on the roads. And of course, driving around here, you're driving through the mountains and the trees go right up to the edge of the road and over the road, and they meet over the top. So when it's windy and wet, pardon me, the trees can lose branches. Oh, thank you, love. I like it too. It was a present for me for my birthday from my daughter. Yeah, you know, branches can fall. Sometimes if you get weeks and weeks of rain, which we do tend to most years, the trees, even though, you know, some of them are hundreds of years old, they just get so, the ground gets so waterlogged that the roots have nothing solid to cling to and they just fall over. So I personally prefer to stay off the roads when it's like this. And I mean, it's not a problem for me because I don't need to go out very often, so I can pick my days. And of course, trees and branches can come down anytime, but I think doing it, going out on a day like today, you're almost tempting fate a little bit. So I might ring her up and tell her not to bring Puppy up. Little Jasper, little Jasper. The pecan trees, oh, they drop limbs? Okay. Has there been much damage, Amanda, says Kirsty. No, but we have had a close call in the goat pen. Yeah. I always marvel with this property, all the barns and the sheds are all within striking distance of big trees. So when it's super windy, I'm always thinking, oh. And even when it's not windy, like if I'm in the little milking shed or in the top hay shed, I'm always very mindful of listening in just in case. So yeah, yeah. Meow, I know. Meow. So my friends, look, thank you so much for bearing with me today. I know it was something a little bit different, doing an indoor live on a Tuesday, because we don't normally do that. Hey Ace, hello there my love. I think you all rocked it. Much love to you all, says Ace. Yeah, something a little bit different, and reading the story was a little bit different too, so I'm glad you enjoyed it. And yeah, I think I will do that. I'll do a few little experimental ones. I might put the first one up in like a week. What day is it today? Yeah, I'll put the first one up sort of within the fortnight, let's say, and we'll see how it does. It'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting experiment. But for now, I must say a big, 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 huge thank you to Kirsty for being here and putting up everyone's links. A big thank you to Ace, and a big thank you to everyone who's here, everyone who has spent time with me on this wonderful Tuesday morning, a very wet Tuesday morning here in the Alpine region of Australia. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Hang on. Hang on. Who was that? Someone just said hello to me. Oh, Kathleen. Hello, Kathleen. We were just about to head off, Kathleen, because we've been rained out. So we've had an indoor day here today. Sitting here, just me and all my friends here. We've been sitting around the fire and reading stories and reminiscing. It's been a lovely morning, but a bit different. Grizzly girl, oh, have a wonderful day. Thank you, sweetheart. I really do appreciate that. And thank you so much for coming in. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Hello, dear. Look, everyone's coming in now. We might have to hang just for a few more minutes. How are you, Food Pharrell? Welcome in, my dear. Oh, at least you got to say hello. I'm really glad. I'm really glad. It's good to see you. It's very misty outside, but sounds lovely. It was. I read some of my stories, Kathleen, the ones that go into the newspaper. So I picked one out to read, and I'm considering doing it as a series, like doing a midweek video where I'm just sitting by the fireside and reading one. And it went down quite well, so I think I'll probably do that, which is lovely, and see what people think. And it'd be a nice way to get my stories out there, apart from putting them, like I put them all on Buy Me a Coffee, but it would be nice to get them out there. Oh, fun, says Kathleen. Hey, Louie, welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Pardon me, I am sorry. Maria says, I think it would be amazing, Susan. Oh, thank you. Gosh, everyone's coming in now. We're going to have to hang just a few more minutes. I'm sorry for those of you who are hanging to go. But yeah, I think it'll be quite interesting. And like, cats are playing. Louis says, I just gave you a like. Thank you, Louis. Thank you, thank you. I'm hoping to get my 3,000 watch hours this week. That'll be pretty exciting. But yeah, look, I've been writing for different papers since midway through 2022, I think it is. So I've got a lot of stories there that I can read. And the Buy Me a Coffee, I only set that up, oh gee, when did I set that up? Last year, I think, 2025, or it might have been like the very end of 2024. So even though a lot of the stories are on Buy Me a Coffee, a lot of them, a hell of a lot of them aren't. So what I could do is go back to the very first one, and yeah, I'll just put one up every fortnight until we catch up. If we catch up, we probably won't. Children, the cats are getting upset. You have a nice voice for reading. Thank you. Oh, hello, Fudge. You're here too. Fudge. Hello, darling. Come here. Come here. Come here. Woo. No, she wants to sit on the box. There we go. Whoops. There's Fudge. Fudge doesn't want to be here. She wants to sit on the box right next to my tripod. Looking cozy. Hello. Good God. Hello, Ariana. Welcome in, my friend. I was watching your live yesterday. Was it the day before? Ariana has goats as well, Amanda. And her goat had a sore tummy and she was massaging its tummy. How did he get on? I hope you didn't end up having to call the vet. Pretty kitty. Hello, CL. Hello, CL. Gosh, so many people coming in. See, as soon as I say I'm going to wind up the live, about 8 more people came in. Yes, you were worried about her. Oh, wow. The chat is moving so quickly now. Let me show you what the outside looks like, because there's so many people who have just come in, and you need to see why we're inside and not outside. There we go. The rain has stopped momentarily. Don't mind the dirty streaks on the window. And it's rained right up to the edge of the house. So my chair where I'd normally sit out the front is absolutely soaked. There'll be no sitting out there today or tomorrow. It's meant to keep raining till Saturday afternoon, they say. That happens to me sometimes when I'm about to sign off YouTube and a few more people come in, so I stay on for a little bit longer. Yeah, it's nice to do that. Oh, wow, says CL. It's looking a bit damp. Back to himself. Oh, eating all his food. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad he's okay. I did wonder how he got on. But yes, it's not like him. And he didn't even want to be outside either. Oh, poor baby. Yeah, it's not nice when your animals aren't well. I mean, it's not nice when we're not well either. He was definitely under the weather. I'm not sure if it was anything I did helped him. Well, look, you don't know. And I think just sometimes having people around and having company is helpful. And yeah, as you say, yeah, you had to do something. Yeah, for sure. That makes sense. Oh, you'll post a short in the next day or two and update everyone that he's doing better. Yeah, that would be great. The time zones get me, says Sia. What time is it? It's 25 past 11 on Tuesday morning here in the high country of Australia. It is now officially winter. And it's cold and it's wet, and probably in the next week or two, we're probably going to get some snow too. Either way, sure, he enjoyed the extra attention. I'm sure he did too. All right. Oh, let me put you down there. We'll sit back here. Texas Regina, welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. We got rained out this morning, my love, so we're having an indoor day, which we don't normally do on a Tuesday. But we've had a really good chat this morning, Texas Regina. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. That would be lovely, Susan, to get some snow. Oh, yes, yes. Look, we did have a little bit of snow a couple of weeks ago, and in fact, the thumbnail for this live was when it started to snow a few weeks ago. But look, it didn't stick. Like, it was melting as it was falling. But it was an unusually hot and dry autumn for us here in Australia, in the high country at least. I can't speak for the rest of the country, clearly, because I'm not there, but Fudge, leave it, Fudge, Fudge. Meow. Hello, darling. Oh, there she is. Hello. Yeah, it was an unusually warm autumn. So yeah, the snow didn't, it was falling, but it was melting as it was falling, really. But hopefully in the next week or two, we will be getting some snow, and that will be very exciting. If anyone has seen the snow videos from last year, we like to go tobogganing in the paddock, and that's great fun. Texas Regina says, I'm hot, 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 but good. Fudge, get off. Off, off, off. Well, I'm glad you're well, but I'll admit I am concerned about the heat. because I'm watching all of my friends in the Northern Hemisphere and like it's spring, isn't it? Still spring. And it's so hot. And people I know and my family and people I know on YouTube, and they're all talking about the heat for weeks, not just like in the last 24 hours or so, for weeks and weeks they've been talking about how hot it is and how humid it is. And I'm thinking, oh, this summer's going to be really scary. Oh, you went sledding. First time since I was a kid this past winter. How awesome. That would have been great. It's hot here, but I'm in Florida. But is it still spring there, CL? Ariana says it was fun. I can't do too many rounds though. Yeah, it does. It does give you a headache. And I find too, as I'm getting older, I tend to get earache a lot. But if you make sure, like these days, I make sure I've got my ears covered. Oh, bye, Sharon. Thank you, Shaz, for being here. First day of summer. Okay, it's okay today, is it? Wow. Well, yeah, it's going to be scary, I think, and I'm a little bit worried about it. But look, I suppose you just got to take each day as it comes and yeah, hope for the best. 93 in Texas. Gee, that's hot. Louis Fuller says, last winter when it was cold and snowing, I put a fireplace video on. Oh, nice. Yes, yes. That's one way to do it for sure. Yes, the cold wind rushing past your ears can definitely do that. Yeah, yeah. Kew is a beautiful area, says Nicholas. It is. I remember Kew. But yeah, no, so I just like cotton wool in my ears or something, and then I have the beanie covering. And I do have another hat. It's like a almost like a pilot's hat. It's like a leather one, and then it's got flaps over the ears, and it's got fur inside, and then there's straps on the flaps, and you can actually strap it under your chin, and it holds the flaps down over your ears. And I wear that one a lot in winter, especially these days, because yeah, I just tend to get earaches so much more as I'm getting older. So I guess your body becomes less tolerant to some things as you get older. So, and that for me is one of them. June 21st is the summer solstice. Wow, it's getting closer. What a great title for a book about winter. Straps on the flaps. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe I can work with that. I can work with that. Fudge, leave the tripod alone. Fudge. Come on. No, leave it. Leave it. Leave it. All right. Alexander, when you feel cold, try to remember a time when you are uncomfortably hot. It's a trick I use. Yes, I've done that too. I've done that too. Well, don't eat it. Well, my friends, I think this time it is time. Again, I have already thanked Kirsty and Ace. Thank you so much for being here and for putting up everyone's links. That's been absolutely fantastic. Thank you everyone for spending time with me today. Something a bit different being inside. Some of you are on my channel quite regularly, so you'll be used to being inside because my Saturday lives tend to be inside, but I've never done a Tuesday one inside. So for those of you who are here, who only ever catch the Tuesday lives, something a bit different, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed some of the memories and the stories and the things that we talked about, different TV shows from our childhoods. And thank you for listening to me read one of my stories to you. I hope you enjoyed it all. Oh, hello, hello. How are you, my friend? It's hang on, let me get my glasses on. Nida's cooking show. Welcome in. Welcome in. We've only got a few moments left, Nida, but thank you so much for being here. Brad Palmer, my friend. Oh, you're a friend of Brad's. It's so lovely to meet you. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, look, thank you everyone for just being here and keeping me company on this chilly second day of winter. And everyone, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening and a good night's sleep. I hope you have a brilliant week. And everyone take care and stay safe. And spread kindness, of course, and stay beautiful. It's all important that we stay beautiful because we are all beautiful. And yeah, look, thank you. Thank you everyone for being here and taking the time. I love these lives because I get to sit by the fire or in the garden or on the farm, and I get to spend time with all my friends. And I really love that I can do that, just like you all love being here. So yeah, I really appreciate it so much. And thank you all, and I'll see you again soon. And if you haven't given it a thumbs up, please do. All right, everyone, you take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye. 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 And I'll show you the fire as we go. There we go. Whoops, it didn't turn. There we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, Granny, welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. But I'll see you all again next time. Thank you, Ariana. Bye, everyone. I love you all. See you soon.